Okay, they are for real. They really are doing this. They're doing the Fortnite route where they need to like refer a friend or something. In this case, three. Rally up like three friends in the game and unlock rewards. So that's 1,000 dragon crystals right there. Ay vey. Okay, Titan back. Oh, they're bringing this back. So they brought back Titan Baraka. I'm not gonna play that. Hey guys, I'm on MK1 and I'm actually here to talk about something. So I want to talk about how my current thoughts of the game. No, I am not talking about that specific thing that just happened with this game, the leak. I'm not gonna discuss that. That's been going around for a while, for like a couple days now, and I'm not gonna really discuss much about it. I'm gonna discuss mainly on what I think about this game. Not just at its current status, just overall, pretty much. The game's main function, the main thing of how this game works in general. The cameos. So basically there's only 1 to 2, 3 cameos that are actually viable. I think right now the most one is like what, Farah? I could be wrong, I don't really remember. But I remember when the game launched, it was Serena, then it was switched to Cyrax, then I think, what else was there? I think it was Striker. Striker, I remember this guy was not really a common one at launch, but later, a couple months later, oh no, it was Baraka Striker and all that. So, what I'm trying to say is, the game's meta would change from one cameo getting nerfed, or just stop, or just being, or other cameos being discovered and being like, oh, this one's a top tier, and then we'll get nerfed, and then it'll go to the next cameo, and then this, and then Cyrax, for example, will get buffs, and I'm not even gonna go into why. I'm not even gonna bring that up. But what I'm trying to say here is the whole main thing of how this game is. It's pretty much a team fighter. An assist fighter, I mean. You got cameos, right? That's the game's play-wise. It's the main thing of what you're going to be doing. You're going to focus on the cameos. And then you got your fighters you want to pick, right? And that's not how Mortal Kombat typically is. Mortal Kombat is just 1v1, but Mortal Kombat has what a lot of people will say is an identity crisis, including myself. We'll say this game definitely had some good gameplay. This is probably one of the probably one of the only saving grace of MK1. It's gameplay. Its gameplay, despite how the cameos are, is amazing, right? But despite that, and even with, you have like a lot of skins now, you have all these different characters that are out now. I mean, all of Combat Pack 1 is here, right? Like, all Combat Pack 1 is here. But you also have your Combat Pack 2. I don't have these characters, by the way. Well, not Combat Pack 2, but just the rest of Combat Pack 1. But with all these characters out right now, it's a bit difficult to get a match. I won't lie. Like, I'm not gonna go to online, but I saw that if you were to go to online, and I even saw this when even the game was fresh, when the game was out, like, it was taking forever to like load up Combat League and get a match. It took ages, right? Street Fighter 6, I remember I counted it for Street Fighter 6. It took like milliseconds at most sometimes. But with this game, no, it felt like it took almost a whole minute to get a match, even longer, if I may. I've even to this day, like, you can try to get like a match, it would still take forever. It would take forever. It's kind of like that with Tekken, but I feel I can get a match a little bit more quicker in Tekken than not Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat 1. So, matchmaking in this game is very difficult. This game has a lot of issues, man. And I know I'm kind of just going over this, but it's kind of like how I feel about it. It's kind of like pretty much what I feel of the game, pretty much. And I'm gonna go back here, let me see. And then not to mention that, look, although there is a lot of skins now, the customization obviously is kind of a bit lacking, if I will say, compared to how it is in Mortal Kombat 11, where in MK11 you just had a plethora of shit to customize. I know, plethora, that sounds really weird, but you had options. You had like 3 things to customize, while in this game you only can do one option, one gear piece, really. And I've been kind of rocking this earpiece mainly, but I do switch. I think I did use, was either this one or one of these two, but you will rarely notice it at times. I think Sindel only had, I think the entire time she only had 4 skins. I could be wrong about that. I could be wrong. Not sure there was another skin in the shop that that I just didn't get. Might be, but I know Melina had at least 7 skins at most, at least. I could be wrong about that, but I will admit the game right now is in a better spot now. Game how it is now, in terms of like, because you got Towers of Time now, and you have options really with that, because it does give you options like you can actually look at that. There you go, perform fatalities and get 75 Dragon Crystals. I feel like that should have been there on launch, and that would have actually made, you would have had more stuff to do for the game. But since obviously that wasn't on launch, that kind of ruined it. First impressions, kind of, you place in the top 100% of the time. I didn't even play it, bro. Oh, I got some coins. Genuinely, I think this game would have been a lot better if, of where Season 2 is at right now, it would have been a lot better. Now you have Ghostface running around. I don't know how he is, like, overall. Obviously, I don't play the game that much, but where the game is right now, at least, it's a better game than how it was on launch. I just wish there was more options, like how you had in MK11, you know what I mean? I want Mortal Kombat to be better. They added the replay system to take control during replays, which, yeah, I can see every fighting game's doing that now, which is a good thing. I mean, I think it was Guilty Gear that kind of started it in a way, then Tekken added it, then Street Fighter, and now MK. So to me, it's like, okay, they're all trying to do something to work upon each other to really kind of compete, I guess, which that's a good thing to a degree as well. Competition is good. And then you also got, I've completed, I kind of wish it was kind of like the one in MK11 where it kind of just resets, but I can also see how that could be a problem, but obviously not, obviously still have a limit, but take a while for that limit, because if I just go back again, hey man, you know, the shrine's complete, bro. So, and then I haven't even talked about this. There's the story. I have not bought Chaos Reigns, by the way. I have not bought Chaos Reigns whatsoever. But I will say the story, at least for the good part in part 1, it was like 70% of it was actually good. Like 70% of this was good, and then the rest was just back to MK11. And then don't get me started with Invasions. Invasions pretty much the most, definitely the most boring thing you can play. And even at launch, when this game was launched, the only game mode you could really play outside of like classic towers. And if you guys don't know what it is, here's what it looks like. This is it. This is literally what it is. You go from one tab to the other, and then you fight like each tab. What I'm trying to say is, overall, what I think of this game, much better spot now. I just wish it was like this a year ago. And then that includes like a couple extra factors like, oh, Towers of Time should have been here. Uh, the online should have had, you know, rooms, which it still doesn't to this day. The online practice being here on day one. Um, the matchmaking being a lot better because it's pretty much impossible to, well, not really impossible, but it just feels like it to get a match. And then you got the shrine that used to only, you can only get like 1,000, you can only deposit 1,000 coins, but now you can actually like set a certain amount to make it go by faster, which should have been there because that was an MK11. Then in practice, then you got the practice mode that you can actually set the actual inputs on the screen that was there. Like I think it wasn't there on launch, but it was like it took 2 or 3 months for it to actually be there afterwards. And then back to what I call the skins, actually being, you know, more frequent. I think there's more skins available. This I did not buy whatsoever. This was, I think this was just free in general. But I don't even play Scorpion like that. However, if I were to play this game a lot more, main skin, and main skin here. I gotta admit, in just terms of just outfits, they show a lot. They show a lot of outfits for this game compared to Street Fighter. I've said that before, and I'm being honest about that. That's kind of one of the things about this game, that they at least have a lot of outfits. And it kind of shows like Street Fighter, like Capcom needs to step up their game. And I would say the same thing about Tekken. Tekken also delivers outfits, but it's in a very slow manner. But at least you also have the customization to kind of back it up, too. Even though it's lackluster, but you still got options. That's enough of me yapping about MK. That's pretty much what my current thoughts is. It's a good game now, and it has a lot of how that quote unquote, I'm just gonna say, leak has been going. I'm not sure what to feel about the game beyond season 2, but overall, this game, if it was like this on launch, it would have actually been a lot better. It would have had a lot to compete with I would say maybe it would have had like a better time with Street Fighter, to be honest. But it's Mortal Kombat. It would just sell anyways, to be honest. But it wouldn't just have sold just 4 million copies, I would say. It probably sold a little bit more, but with how MK1 is right now, too little, too late, pretty much. That's kind of how I'm gonna put it. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's just how my current thoughts is about MK1 as a whole. I know for those that obviously know me a little bit more than just me yapping on your phone and on your iPad or laptop, that actually know me a bit more, you guys definitely know how I truly feel about this game. And if it's your first time actually hearing me like yapping about MK1, I have a very dislike to the game, and it's not even like for a bad reason. It's for completely validated reasons. And it's coming from someone who genuinely played Mortal Kombat as their first fighting game, and I do want it to be better. Trust me, I do. From the bottom of my heart, I do. But they're not making it easy for me to actually have hope for that. And I don't want to also sound negative either. It's kind of hard to with their decisions, you know what I mean? I do want it to be in a better spot, and it is in a better spot. And obviously, you know, like I said, that's certain leak, but still, I hope for the best too at the end of the day, despite me having specific thoughts for the game. I do hope for the best. I do. From the bottom of my heart, I actually do. Anyways, I'm gonna end the video right here. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.